This is Amanda, and welcome to my channel. I have the brand new travel stamp platform from Tim Holtz, put out by Tonic Studios, and this is a smaller version of the original stamp platform by Tim Holtz. So you probably have seen this platform around a little bit, but this is actually a smaller version than the original. Now I have the Misti already, so when the first platform came out, I did not purchase it just because the Misti was working well for me. Now, but when I saw that they had the travel stamp platform, I thought, okay, I'm going to give this a try because it looks very nice and I wouldn't mind having a smaller size that I could take with me on the go. So let's just kind of open this up and then let's try a couple stamps together to see how it performs. I expect big things from it, so let's see if I will be right or if I will be wrong. I'm assuming I will be right. So let me unpackage this and we will get started. Okay, so I've unboxed the platform from, the packaging, and this is what it looks like. It's very thin. You can see that it has a rubber base on the back to help avoid slipping, and then it has a reversible lid and you can just pull it up like that. And if you want to use clear stamps, you would have this clear marked here, and if you wanted to use rubber stamps, you just flip it over like that, and you put it down and it says rubber right here. So it's like if I tried to use clear stamps, you would see it's upside down and backwards, or I mean it's backwards here. So I can't easily read that. So that's how I know that this is the right side up. So, and the lip has ridges on this side here, but if you turn it over, the ridges are on this side, because that will not interfere with the ridges here that line up your card or your paper. So when you have it down like this, it's secured on this end, and if you flip it over this way, again, it's secured on this end. And you can feel the difference between the clear side and the rubber side, because the clear side hits more evenly on the entire platform than when you turn it over. For the rubber side, it's a little bit not quite as even, if that makes sense. And I think that's just because it allows for more thickness of the rubber stamp. So on the inside here, like I mentioned, there's a lip to use as a guide for your paper or your card, and then there's measurements here if you want to use that to measure out what you're stamping. There are also two magnets. They seem to be pretty nice magnets. They say Tonic Studios on them, and then it says Tim Holtz down here, and then Tonic Studios to the end. This is, like I said before, this is the travel size, so it's going to be much smaller and so it's not going to fit as big a paper. But the nice thing about this travel size is that these two sides here are left without a lip. So what that means is if your paper you're stamping on goes past here or past here, you can still use it. And that makes it nice, because if you want to stamp like a whole 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and stamp your images and then just keep turning it till the paper's filled, then you won't have any barriers or have to cut it. So for the purpose of this video and for trying out the stamping platform, I pulled out two different types of stamps. One is a rubber stamp, and this is by Santoro, and it is number 16 Puddle of Love. It's by Gorgeous, it's a Gorgeous character by Santoro in London. These little girls are just adorable. And this one I thought was suitable for spring because it's, an umbrella and a little girl, and she just looks so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. I'm not a collector of these. I do like them, so I have several of them, but I'm not a collector to where I have to have a whole lot of them. But they are very, very cute, so I might buy some more in the future. So there's that one. And then the second step, we're going to try flipping it over and using just a clear stamp. And these are by American Crafts. They're the Bible journaling stamps. And I think I will use either Always Be Joyful or I don't know. I like the Give Thanks, Choose Joy. Let's just see how, I guess I'll see how the stamp, which stamp fits best once I stamp the little girl. So I have a piece of Express It Copic paper that's really perfect for alcohol ink blending. And I went ahead and cut it. It measures 3.75 by 4.75. I thought that was a good size to try out this little stamp. And I'm going to place her pretty close to the edge. So that's kind of where I want her. Okay, so we've got the stamp placed. So let's pull down the platform and we're gonna just adhere that. And we're ready to start stamping. So I have my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I prefer this ink pad to most pads, only because I find that I do a lot of Copic coloring with my stamps, and I find that this works the best for me because I don't have to allow it to dry too long. We'll give this a good press down and see where we need to do it again, which is what I thought around the face and the hair. So let's just give this another go. And I'm going to try to press it down a little bit harder, right in those tough spots. And it could be that the mat I have this on is a little bit, a little bit imperfect. I need to get a new mat. I've been waiting to get a glass one, but I have not been able to get it find it in stock anywhere yet. So, all right, so we've got a good impression. There's a little bit open space there, but I'm not going to worry about that. And that only took 2 tries, so I think that's pretty good. Okay, so let's see which of these stamps is going to fit. I'm going to move my magnet over here, and I'm looking to put something right in this spot here. So if I Always Be Joyful fits pretty well. Give Thanks to the Lord works. It looks like pretty much all of them will work. So now I have the hard part of trying to decide what I want. I think I'm going to go with the Always Be Joyful. I like that one a lot. And I'm just going to place it right here. Let me lift that up, just see if it's centered a little bit. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. And then I'm going to flip this over. So now I have the clear side, and it's a much thinner, it's thinner than the rubber side. So I'm going to put that on there like that and lift up. And let's start stamping. Okay, let's get a little bit more. Almost there. It's a little bit tougher. That'll allow for some user error, I guess. And let's try it now. Okay, so it doesn't look like I'm going to get a very good impression on that joy. I'm going to try one more time, really ink that spot up. I do like the way the other ones have printed nice and dark. Okay, so that seems to be as good as I'm going to get. So make a note of that, I would say, is that your inside print here, the inside is not meeting the, it's not making a close enough impression, because I don't think it's the stamp, because at first I was thinking it was the stamp, but it's not. So what I might do next time is just move my paper out a little bit. So actually let's just do a test. Let me clean this up and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I knew I had these little hearts here. So to test my theory of how these two are lining up, like maybe it's just not as even, I thought I'll just move my paper over a little bit and see if it will, if I can maybe do a better stamping process. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper and just stick underneath this side, because I don't want my hearts to be fully on there. I want to do it off to the side. So let me pull this off here. I'm just going to kind of place it a little bit off center. Yeah, there we go. And rather than using the black ink this time, let me just move this just over here just a little bit. Let me make sure that's still in place. Yep. Okay. I'm going to use an oxide ink. I'm going to use the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide in the Worn Lipstick. And let's just give this a good stamp. And this should be a little bit lighter of an impression, I would think, because it's the oxide. Okay, doing pretty good. And let's give it one more go. See how it does. And if you notice, it did not even get on the paper below it. That's very interesting. See? Did not even get there. Pretty cool. All right, so let me wipe this up. Now that's all clean, and I'm going to switch things up a little bit. I'm going to move my card over here just to be on the safe side, because I don't want to stamp on the base, even though it doesn't look like it's going to do that. And then I'm going to put that there, and this right, put it right there. And it's going to be off the side again, and I'm going to put it just right like that. And we got the one lipstick again. Very nice impression. I like that a lot. So let me clean this up and we'll come back and evaluate everything. Okay, so I've cleaned everything up and we'll examine the card here. This is what it looks like after it's dried a little bit. The hearts, I think, are really, really cute. This did pretty well. I don't like the fact that I couldn't get the joyful to be printed all the way, but I think next time I will just move it maybe even just 1/4 of an inch away from the edge, and it should be make a better impression that way. And I thought that this was pretty good, because a lot of times with these gorgeous stamps, they're very hard to get a good impression, and that's specifically why I chose this stamp to try with the platform, because I knew it was going to be a challenge. because it's not going to be, I mean, like this one is very simple. So I was pretty sure I could get a good impression with that, but I wanted something more detailed. And then the hearts that I did with the distressed ink, I love them. And if I had this to do over again, or if I wanted to make another card, I probably would stamp the hearts more along, you know, different places. And then I would mask them off and then do the little girl. Or, you know what, I could mask the girl and then do more hearts. I might do that. That's what I would do next time. Because that would be really cute if there was hearts all over the background, like more along here, and then have that. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with this purchase. It was, you know, very, very brand new for 2018. It just came out. And so I was really excited to try it because I really love my Misti, and I'm not giving that up at all. But you know, there's a small Misti and then there's a regular size Misti, and I had been tempted to buy the smaller size, but I just hadn't yet because I wasn't using it as much as I thought I should to justify a second purchase. But when this one came out, I did know that, okay, I want to go ahead and try it, and I'll justify it by saying it's a travel size. So anyway, thank you very much for watching my video, and if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want to stick around after this video, I'm just going to be coloring this little picture, and I'll put on some music, and maybe, you know, if you want to see me color, you can hang around and watch. So thanks a lot, guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.